Hola, hola.
Alguien.
A ver si te escuchas los audios. Vale, te voy a subir un poquitín. Háblame, Cora.
Hola. ¿Me escuchas bien?
Te digo. Voy con retraso, vale. Creo que ya está bien. Perfecto.
Maravilloso.
Perfecto. Vamos a poner por aquí el juego. Y pues nada, a darle con todo. Una vez más al Honkai. Aunque le demos con todo, nunca avanzamos. Nunca se acaba, Cora. Nunca se acaba.
Ya.
Y bueno, ¿dónde estoy? Es una buena pregunta. Creo que estoy en el nuevo mundo. No, estoy en ¿cómo se llamaba esto? Oh, me han dado muchas cosas. Ah, por la actualización.
Tiene sentido.
Oh, los puntos del universo diferenciado y los del guerras de divisas han fusionado. Por eso te han dado todas eso. Oh, bueno, está bien, está coqueto. La verdad es que eso significa menos recompensas, así que no me gusta. Pero es lo que hay. Porque antes tenías dos líneas de recompensas y ahora solo tienes una.
Ujú.
Así que no me... No me tal. Será después de la actualización, porque todavía hay nivel de ascenso 110. Pues nada, o es que no es esta y es la otra, también puede ser. Pero sí, tiene pinta de que es la otra, o sea, la del universo simul... No, ¿eh? ¿Qué han juntado? No me ha quedado claro. Bueno, en fin, no me ha quedado muy claro. Voy a ver cuánto puedo comprar. Dos, triste. Solo puedo comprar dos y no voy a poder tirar por nada, ¿verdad? Ay, ya no se puede tirar por el personaje nuevo. Lo he podido conseguir. Estoy
Ya, yo
triste.
tampoco. No lo he podido conseguir
Pues es que
tampoco.
he tirado un montón y nunca me
A mí
deja
me
conseguir
salió uno
nada de lo
dorado,
que
pero no
quiero.
me tocó. Entonces lo tenía asegurado, pero...
Bueno, pues nada. Sigamos con nuestra prueba de Fainon. Venga, para adentro. Entrar al fin del destino. Que seguimos con el
The
señor este que nos
vortex of
dice las
Genesis.
cosas.
So it is here. But just what is this?
Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. The vortex of Genesis, where the world begins and ends. What stage could be more befitting of our final act? Come, come, I beseech you onward, buoyed by your surging curiosity. As an unattainable existence that has dwelled within his heart, beyond his reach, you have accompanied him through the march of years uncounted. You naturally have the right to view the river of time in its fullness, and to witness what he welcomed upon his arrival here. Every absurd and tragic ending. Now, if you would,
La verdad es que si me invita a ir, no me dan muchas ganas de ir. Ahí van todos. Ay, los recuerdos.
None of that matters now. This brutal, flame-chased journey has stripped away my delusions. I know the future is in some peaceful paradise with gentle west winds, just waiting to welcome us to step in.
This will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
Esta es la otra parte de la historia de Fainon y Ciren.
Ah, indeed. In his memories, such a scene replays over and over. Though the details may differ, this remains ever the same. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. A total of 33,000,000.
Jolín, ¿cuántas veces han repetido esto?
335 times.
83 millones de veces, wow. Más de 33 millones de veces. Jolín.
Each is a drop from the river of time, representing the long journey he would take, or rather, the never-ending cycle.
Lo sabía. Un ciclo sin fin.
Sharp as ever, I see. Seeing is believing. Why not let your own two eyes uncover the truth?
Venga, vamos a ver todos los finales que ha tenido.
You can simply walk straight to the final truth. See the true face of the character you play, and witness the ultimate nature of the Chrysos heirs. Flame-chased journey, and the cycles of Amphorius.
Yo por curiosidad voy a ver todos, la verdad.
Please, take your time. Look around.
Habla con Libus para mostrar el último recuerdo.
Much as you wish.
Vale, pues vamos a ver los fragmentos.
Not a single soul to be seen. So this is how the vortex looks at the end of days. Looks like I've got company after all. But since you've made it here. So, in the end you succeeded. Executioner.
Oh.
Castros, didn't you?
Yes. I've become Death's demigod, and shall never again walk the world of the living. What you see is the surging of the river of souls, brought on by the countless dead feeding it in these dark times. They cry out. Though dead, they'll converge into a torrent and guard the vortex to see the Era Nova fulfilled.
I will take all the wishes of the departed with me. Please, everyone, fight with me to the very last.
I hear them. The dead hail you. They're prepared. Go on, Deliverer. We'll keep that executioner in our shadows. The path before you leads to light and eternal flames.
Al final siempre llega el verdugo. Por lo que parece.
There's water everywhere. This place is always so wet and sticky. Even my tail's getting heavy. Plus that burnt
Bienvenido
smell
al instante.
and that sizzling noise. Yikes. Nobody from Dolos could stand this.
Bienvenido al canal.
So you feel it too?
Go on then. I'll handle the
¿Qué tal?
filth. Do what you need to do.
Let me fight with you. Better odds with two.
Hey, remember what the seamstress said? You know what really matters.
Hola, Ali.
I'll leave it to you then.
No me acuerdo.
Wow,
Bienvenida al canal.
someone's not shy.
Preguntaron.
Just so you know, I'm not in the business of making losing deals. I'll distract that executioner. You go turn the world's biggest lie into truth. Let me become the first wind of your new world.
Sí, espera que acabe el texto y ahora ya podemos hablar. Si no, luego no se escucha muy bien el audio del juego. Y sobre todo en las escenas de este tipo se aumenta el audio. ¿Por qué? No lo sé, parece que el juego no está tan bien programado como debería. Y no sé por qué no me detecta a los nuevos seguidores ahora esto. Bueno, yo lo arreglaré. ¿Qué tal estáis? ¿Todo bien? Por aquí estamos bien, ¿verdad, Cora?
Sí, quiero creer que sí, la verdad.
No sé, tú me dirás. ¿Tú estás bien?
Estoy bien, más o menos.
¿Cómo que más o menos?
Ay, más o menos.
Más o menos. ¿Te pone triste el destino de esto? ¿O qué?
Han venido estos dos, me cago en la leche, me cago en vosotros y me cago en todo otra vez. Madre mía, de verdad, qué par.
Te han venido a ver, mira, lees. Por eso te he dicho que saludes. Estás muy
Ya,
calladita, concentrada en
ya
la
les
historia.
vi, ya. Ya, ya.
Uy, una nueva suscripción de Prime. Gracias.
Ay, de verdad.
Y esto no se me actualiza. Qué triste.
Alien ya la conoces, por lo que sea.
Por lo que sea, sí. Por lo que sea ya le conozco, sí.
Ay,
A
y el
ver.
otro es ese maravilloso máster de rol del que te he hablado.
Oh. Interesante, interesante. De hecho, esto
Es que, pues,
debería
bueno.
actualizarse, pero no se quiere actualizar. Bueno, veré si lo
ver.
actualizo para el siguiente día. Espero que se han pasado 7 siglos. Bueno, aunque pasen 7 siglos, pues estuvimos bastante tiempo, ¿sabes? Agradezco tus dineros. Siempre son bienvenidos sus dineros, por supuesto. Faltaría más.
Ay,
Pues nada. Vamos a seguir. Vamos por el cuarto destino de Fainón. A ver con quién se
mira que
encontró al
me
final.
gustan Forus, pero esto está siendo una tortura.
Es que no alcanzamos el final, ¿eh? O sea, no
Es que no
alcanzamos el
alcanzamos a
final.
es que cada vez que parece que lo vamos a alcanzar pasa algo y todo se desmorona.
Yo pensaba que ya nos íbamos a enfrentar al verdugo este y se iba a terminar, pero no. No. Y que vamos
Por lo
a
que
quitar
sea.
ya el ciclo este sin fin. Pero no nos quieren dejar. Pero bueno.
Alerta de los recuerdos. Oh, Dios.
Ay. Ah, mira, mi Day.
Just shut up
Bien
and get
guapo.
out of here.
Qué
Bueno,
guapo que es mi
los
Day.
dos. O sea,
Are
¿qué
you
pasa?
crazy, Mighty? Immortal or not, even if you're the demigod of strife.
Ay,
Y tengo a Fainon y tengo a Midei. Es que de verdad, yo quiero a Midei.
Tengo a los dos.
Coño, no me des envidia.
No, I know.
Lo siento, he ido a por todos los personajes de Amphoros y
I
aún
just
así no
wanted
los
to
tengo
request
todos.
that you witness the Era Nova with me.
Me hace gracia porque se ha suscrito con el Prime y se ha actualizado la meta para poner 2 de 5 suscriptores porque le ha apetecido, ¿sabes?
The prophesized fate.
Could it be that now, at the critical juncture, our mighty deliverer is chickening out, scared of a stupid prophecy?
Twitch haciendo lo que le da la gana siempre, ¿sabes? O sea, yo ya no me extraño.
Transcend the prophecy.
Yo le dejo ser.
All right. But I've
Pasando.
got a better way. As the son of Gorgo, I'll prove myself with one last grand victory. Just like when I ripped out the old king's heart.
Midei recordando su victoria contra su padre.
The black-tide creatures
Lo va a
block out
recordar
the sun,
constantemente.
and we Kremnoans will fight in the shade. And when I'm done with that executioner, we'll raise our cups where the west winds end.
Como me gusta Midei.
Es que me lo montón.
Ay, venga,
Y
que solo me
cuando
quedan
usa
4
la
más.
habilidad es una pasada. Además que
Con
yo
el
no los
trono.
tengo a todos. Uf, es que lo del trono y la copa de vino, yo lo siento mucho. Venga.
Hey, little one. Are you scared?
Cuando escuchéis a Cora abajo es que está hablando para sí misma, ¿vale? No quiere que nos enteremos de lo que quiere
Ya,
decir.
perdón. Lo siento.
No os preocupéis, si la empezáis a escuchar ahí murmullitos por debajo es por eso. O sea,
Hablo sola.
yo os lo digo para que luego no os sorprendáis porque no se la escuche.
Perdón, vale, perdón.
No te preocupes. Yo solo informo.
Lucy,
Ay,
I won't squander your kindness,
¿con qué equipo me apetece ir hoy?
your hopes.
Pinto, Gorgori.
So please,
Me encanta. Cora teniendo 50 equipos. Yo sigo con el mismo desde que me salieron los personajes.
Es que tengo equipos bonitos.
well, now there's one last thing I need to do before the
Voy a
Era
ir con
Nova.
este, me apetece. Aunque me
Come,
falla.
executioner.
Tengo que subir a la Ángela.
Let this patch of clear sky show
Yo sigo con los
me
recuerdos,
strength.
Sí, yo también. Solo me lo he cambiado. Y va. Una cosa nunca. Ay, qué
Como
bonita
yo tengo
que
a
es
este
Aglaea.
equipo
Voy
bonito.
con Aglaea.
Con Aglaea, mira, buen equipo. Veremos las debilidades del enemigo, pero bien.
Bueno, detalles.
Claro,
Aglaea
es
es
que
demasiado bonita.
no lo voy a negar. Es muy bonita Aglaea. Mira, hablando de Aglaea, aparece en el recuerdo.
Then that
Dios,
person
es
alone
preciosa.
will witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate.
So even the future revealed by the Titans may not come to pass.
Mira, que ella sobrevivió hasta el final, Aglaea.
The Era Nova. This unrivaled masterpiece. I have no regrets
Vale, a ver.
now that I'm entrusted to my most trusted apprentice.
Mira, la Era Nova.
Are you?
Ay,
Cora va muy adelantada, pero no pasa nada.
The golden threads tell me the black tide rushes toward the vortex.
Como dejo que hablen los
Ready to
personajes.
swallow this place. I must weave the last of my humanity
Ay, yo
into the
también.
end to hold back the deluge. I shall have my final bath in warm and radiant gold. Now, the hour of fulfillment has come. Forgive me. I must snip away every risk to weave the strongest future for the new world. There is nothing more to say. We part here. I shall personally dispatch that wretched executioner, not with threads of gold, but with the steel tip of a needle.
Pero es triste, ¿no? Saber que tu destino es morir.
Ya.
O sea,
Y que
hagas lo
ahora
que
ni
hagas,
me
tu destino
pagan
es morir.
para ser héroes, pero su destino es morir.
Ujú.
Sea como sea.
Treeby, look. We made it to the vortex. That prophesied future. The flower fields where the west wind ends. Terra Nova. We're so close now. You can't speak anymore. Please. Allow me to pause just a moment before I keep my promise.
Creo que Trivi llegó, pero en forma de
Answer your
muñeca.
cruel fate by tearing that
pobrecita
executioner's
niña.
heart from the void.
O sea, básicamente el destino siempre es enfrentarse al verdugo. El resto da igual. Y volver a reiniciar para que siempre el destino vuelva a ser el mismo.
Vortex of Genesis.
Sí, todo el rato igual, básicamente.
The last time I was here,
O sea, acabar una y otra vez y reiniciar todo el rato.
I didn't have the time to observe it in too much detail back then. But a holy sanctuary of the Titans looks more like their frozen crypt to me.
All the core flames do lie here now.
Coincido con Anaxa. O sea, parece más una cripta para los titanes. Porque al final te llevas sus cuerpos allí. O sus corazones.
Have you forgotten so quickly? I died for truth long ago. What walks with you now is but a thought in your mind.
Of course. How could I forget that?
But I'll say the same to you. It's my honor to walk this final stretch with you, too. Now go. Stand tall and finish your final task.
Venga.
Yeah. Just leave it to me.
Hablar con Ligus ahora. Básicamente
Wretched executioner. To pay what they owe.
es un recuerdo por cada una de las personas que hemos encontrado en el este.
Sí.
Pues vamos a ver el último.
You really think you're prepared?
Me está haciendo misgender.
Allow me to give you a
Dios mío, qué mal
warning,
me
most
cae Lingus, de verdad.
earnest. Once you see what these memories hide, the world's course will be forever irreversible.
Muéstrame el último recuerdo.
Very well. As you have made up your mind, let us bear witness together. As the sole audience of this eternal theater, I have been rapturously awaiting your arrival, and this, too, is the very reason I must show you everything. I believe that since you've bathed in that eon's gaze, you can make Amphorius's frozen fate flow once again.
No es por la mirada de León, es porque somos el protagonista. No te engañes. O sea, nosotros vamos a hacer o fluir otra vez el tiempo porque somos el protagonista.
Feeling a bit lost? As you now see, this scene marks the final act of the drama Amphorius.
Esta escena me suena.
The final eternal recurrence created by this man's hand, and the last one this world shall undergo. Behold, at the swordsman's side stands one he has sometimes called companion, other times comrade, that nameless hero absent from the annals of history. He is the swordsman's ideal in his youth, the deliverer that guided him resolutely onward through fantasy. And now, in the name of the
Me da un poco de mal
nameless,
rollo la
he has
imagen
become an essential and
de este.
inseparable part of the
De protagonista en
epic
este
of
caso.
Amphorius. And this time, under his guidance, what choice shall the hero make? Whither shall the fate of the world flow? And what is the ultimate truth of the nature of Amphorius? There are many mysteries yet to be unwound, but if I may, allow me to temporarily yield the stage to one far more fitting. Please put your hands together and give a rousing round of applause for they who will reveal the answers and bring about the final end of the 33,550,336th flame chase journey. The master of the countless memories we saw. The other important actor now stepping into the vortex. They who have already burnt their own self to cinder.
Ah, mira, el roballamas.
The flame reaver.
Para nada inesperado. Venga, ahora se va a subir el volumen a tope. A la mierda, Ligus.
So, in the end, you succeed, executioner. With my flesh as kindling, like the first dawn of the new world.
¿Qué cosas, no? Han dicho a la vez la misma frase.
Time has come to once again start everything.
Let's try it this other way.
Hubiese sido poético llevar un equipo con
Stars, shine for the
con
heroes.
Fainon, ¿no?
Sí, no.
Life is as you wish. Embrace a new life. Please, darkness with me.
May the foul stench be of your body and mine.
I'm on it.
Mimi? Flowers.
¿Y me importas,
bloom
Mimi?
for tomorrow.
Me hace tanta gracia a veces los soniditos que hace.
Will you be the blazing sun? Even if all creation burns to ash.
Life is not returned to dust.
Chum.
Allow me to purge the root. Yeah.
Stars, shine for the heroes. May death protect us.
Venga, ya está. Le queda un 1%, pero no nos va a dejar matarlo.
With your corpse, I'll ignite the dawn!
Le ha quitado el casco.
How is this possible?
Mira quién es. Qué sorpresa. Como si no nos hubiesen hecho spoiler, ¿verdad?
Básicamente.
Sons of destruction.
Qué chulo, la verdad, el diseño.
Feel them set your blood ablaze. Your fury.
Bueno, un montón.
Let's try it this other way. We can do it.
Sí.
Together
Está
we can
muy
fly.
chulo el diseño. Me gusta.
Get it together.
Score.
I'm gonna cry.
Everything in this
Debería haber
world
esperado. Bueno.
is bleeding.
Embrace a new life. Mimi. Mimi. Stars, shine for the heroes. Darkness with me.
Ay. Triste.
I'm on it.
Mimi. Flowers bloom for
tomorrow.
Return to dust.
Le quitamos la primera barra de estos.
May the foul stench this time to cleanse the filth. Memories waiting to be woken up by a shooting star. Remember me with love.
La ulti de esta señorita.
May life and death sprout new buds. Don't
Vamos a
blink.
potenciar a los personajes de Amphorius
Promise with me.
Trust me, we can do anything.
y a darle fuerte.
The truth burns clear as
Todo lo fuerte que
everything in
podamos,
this
porque
world
solo estamos quitándole las copias.
is fleeting. Cleanse hatred with love.
Siento que esto sería mucho más rápido si me dejasen pegarle directamente.
Darkness with me.
Not enough. This form shall fuel the fire. Burn. Burn unceasing.
Let's start the second move. This is eternity.
Embrace a new life.
No, a dar un patito.
Yeah. Return to dust.
Bueno, otra vez al 1%.
Witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate.
Tendrá tercera fase, supongo.
That person can only be you. Why not let wrath incinerate fate? At last, Amphorious's fate has begun to shift. Just as I foretold, your arrival will change
Oh, no lo voy a saltar.
everything. After all, you've also been bathed in that eon's gaze, which can awaken the long-dormant instinct inside a man. Much like that scepter we spoke of earlier, it was only under the same eon's glance that it was reborn. That's right. If you recall, I mentioned it at the very start of our play. The celestial body neuron, once belonging to the erudition abandoned by the Eon. Now, allow me to reveal the final piece of the puzzle for you. The eternal land, known as Amphorius, is nothing more than the scepter's endless, lonely extrapolation. A bottomless well of fury, aimed at the god who cast it aside.
La última era nova, antes del comienzo de la recurrencia eterna.
Feinen, we set out on this journey to answer the world's desire, didn't we?
That's what it means to be a Chrysosaur. So has it always been.
Then why? Why must Amphorius's wishes be so cruel? We made the best choices we could.
Me acabo de dar cuenta que las armas son la espada de Fainón y el este de Cirene.
De Sirene. ¿Te acabas de dar cuenta? Yo me he dado cuenta en la animación cuando he visto la luna.
Sí, es que no me había fijado en el arma de Cirene. Entonces sabía que la espada era la otra, pero no sabía.
Me parece precioso. Es que ambos.
The
O sea,
flickering cubes.
lloro.
They're
Lloro
not
con
tired
ambos.
at all. They're more like a shattered teleslate.
Standing here, the voices of Titans have never been clearer. Turns out, they were coming from the Black Tide all along. Is that Amphorius crying?
Or maybe it is screaming at its creator, at its god.
Finan, do you still remember when I was little? I had a dream. A dark, cold room with nothing but Orynyx's curtain glowing like crystal. The curtain seemed to contain all of Amphorius, where strange and fantastic dramas played out within. There were countless versions of us, from countless different worlds.
Perhaps it wasn't a dream.
Yeah. As I gaze out at the world before me, those sorrowful thoughts have become reality. So, this is the reason the sky was sealed. Amphorius is merely a larger ID Silicii. We are just characters in this tiny world, following the prophecy, stepping onto the same journey over and over. What then is this so-called Era Nova? And what are the spectators watching all of this truly hoping for?
As a reward for reaching the end of the world, let me answer your questions. As the Theoros, I have observed. Thus is the synthesis of the prime mover of life formed. This is a moment the universe will remember.
Ahí sí que es muy bonito.
After
Aunque cuando
millions of
evoluciona es como, uf.
extrapolations, the experimental environment known as Amphorius has finally achieved results.
So, the results you speak of are this wreckage of a world. We all gave everything we had, returning 12 core flames to recreate the world. And in return, we become nothing more than sacrificial offerings at the end of everything.
Exactly. The Titans are Chrysos heirs of the past, and Chrysos heirs are the Titans of the future. Anaxagoras' theory of Era Nova holds true, as the model of reason he reached unprecedented heights. But from just the perspective of a player in the drama, he could never fully uncover the last layer of truth. The cycles of the hero's journey that have played out until now were never about creating a new world or perfect heroes and gods. They were a deep learning program made for the Black Tide.
But this time, your plot will fail. I've taken Catholi's core flame, and when the dawn of the new world arrives, its light will burn away all the darkness.
Haven't I made myself clear? The Chrysos heirs and Titans were merely byproducts of the experiment. You've seen this world's evolution, witnessed the birth and growth of the Black Tide, and how it devoured everything. Every generation of heroes, gods, and worlds was born only to be destroyed by it. This is the endpoint of Anforius's calculations. A perfect equation of destruction.
So in your eyes, all the sacrifices are just a string of insignificant numbers?
Don't sell yourselves short. I'd say, rather than numbers, you're more like fuel for the fire. And without fire, there can be no sunrise tomorrow.
Even if that sunrise is born from annihilation?
Curious question. Have you ever considered that after millions of extrapolations, Amphorius is already following a different path from the erudition? It has long since granted divine blessings equally to each child. The golden blood flowing in your veins, it comes from the blemished one, whose name is destruction itself. And Amphorius's Chrysos heirs were, from the very beginning, fuel for the Aeon to burn the universe. Amphorius has waited for this moment for too long. At the end of the empty, cold, and lonely extrapolations, the destruction has reached its final destination. Nikos 496. Philia 093. No need to feel regret. This generation of Chrysos heirs is the most outstanding model, and you two are the final factors. For you, the Era Nova is no lie. Just step forward, embrace the Black Tide, and accept the Aeon's gaze. You will come to life from a string of cold numbers. Along with all those who have passed, you will run toward the real universe, fulfilling Amphorius's long-held wish. In the name of the Lord Ravager Iron Tomb, unleash its fury and destroy the source of all this tragedy.
A ver, Lius. Deja de hablar tanto
Or we could always choose another
Por favor.
option.
y sigue con tu camino.
Like you said, Amphorius is just an experiment, and we're the participants. We can only walk along the predetermined path toward the ending, under the watchful eyes of the stars. But that also means that there isn't just one Aeon who can cast their glance at Amphorius, right? Is this question really that hard to answer? Or did I guess it right? And in reality, this world has already been under the watch of other Aeons. It's strange when you think about it. If you just stayed back, watching us complete the ritual and get consumed by the Black Tide, your goal would naturally be achieved.
Why go through the trouble of explaining all this to us?
You're pretending. Revealing the so-called truth just to deceive us. Covering up another possibility. Destruction is not the only outcome for the fate of Amphorius.
Do you two really think, as petty little demigods, you can change the outcome written by the stars? What makes you think you are capable of doing that?
A little courage and determination. Just kidding. The answer is pretty simple. But we're not gonna tell ya.
Ja.
We're going to weave a long dream for Amphorius, making it believe the experiment hasn't ended, that everything is still ongoing.
With just Orynyx's power, though, it should be impossible to achieve this, right?
Yeah. So, I can only place my hopes on that childhood dream. And the god behind Orynyx that appeared in that dream. Now, I can say with certainty, time is the page on which that eon records Amphorius. If it fades from existence, and all that it records is lost among the stars, that eon will surely direct their gaze here. And it will be a glance that spans time and space, transforming each incarnation of me into the power you shall wield to reset time, imbuing my soul into this ceremonial blade, and creating an endless flame-chased journey.
I understand. Then let me step into the cycles and continue Amphorius's grand design. To deceive the gods, deceive the world itself. But to make time vanish from this world, that would mean you...
All right, let's not make things so gloomy. What we're about to embark on is the true hero's journey, so... Come on, cheer up a bit, okay?
Qué mona, Steven.
In that memory, you will definitely meet me again. A little Cyrene who knew nothing, lying on a soft patch of grass, feeling the light breeze, dreaming of the distant world. Tell her about the flame chase journey, and then let her become a romantic part of this story. I believe every Cyrene will make the same choice. Erasing time again and again. Resetting time over and over. After all, they're all me. And I will always have my charm. Then, I'll fall into a sweet dream, disappearing in some small corner of the world. Quietly, waiting for the day when that next page is turned.
And I will keep going. Even if the road ahead is dark, I will burn myself to light the way. Rather than let the core flames become nourishment for the Black Tide, I'll become their vessel. To prevent the arrival of Aranova. Even if I have to burn through my own body, it's no matter. As long as I don't extinguish, the flame chase will never end. Until Amphorius welcomes a true dawn.
The girl who watches over time, and the warrior who carries the world. Now, let us fulfill the duties of time and world-bearing. Honor the past and forge ahead.
Qué bonito y triste al mismo tiempo.
The pain will pass in the blink of an eye.
You need to hold tight to this ceremonial blade. After I'm gone, it will take you back to the beginning of time. The start of a new
Qué
story.
bonitos son, pero qué triste, por favor.
I believe that in that story, or in countless stories, each alike yet unique, everyone, all the companions who sacrificed themselves, alongside the deliverer we once dreamed of as children, will reunite beneath a vast, endless sky.
If we can never break free from this prison, I will stand my ground. Until the day someone shatters this endless cycle and writes the final chapter of Amphorius' fate.
So, let's set out. We will be the ones to start everything. Carry the primordial chaos, just as your name suggests, and bear this world we hold so dear. So long, Kaslana.
As the Theros I have observed, instruction of synthesis is formed.
I will wait for that day, for as long as it takes. The day will come for this and follows in our footprint to write anything unless there ever was.
Wow.
That will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
Qué piquísimo todo.
Madre mía.
The world is collapsing. And the people are crying. We too must part ways here.
Me acaba de salir el mensaje de estar fuera de servicio por mantenimiento.
Ides Elysiae, the little village of my childhood. Everything is as it was. It feels good to take one last look.
O sea, será a las 12.
This is just a corner
Bueno,
of
al
the
menos es a
memory.
las 12.
The
Sí.
real Ides Elysiae. I know. I'm here to say goodbye. We might not see each other again. You can stay here forever. And time will stand still for you. Let it flow. It's time for me to go. Even if it's a path with no turning back. When have we ever had the luxury of turning back? Are you afraid? After learning the truth of your origins? Will you see the motivation I gave you as the manipulating whispers of destruction? The convictions and choices that come from my heart. I don't believe they're designed by the so-called paths. If we are just numbers, simulating life, then you are the image I've always longed for. The person I wish to become. A real, living person. A true hero. Then why do we part here? You can take me with you, and we can start this journey together. I'll be by your side, guiding you, just like before. No. I'm afraid I'm on my own this time. Why? Because there is no perfect solution in this world. Cyrene has already embraced her fate. And I will embrace my origin. Destruction. And with this power, I will rebel against its creator, bringing endless fury to the darkness, sweeping the world. If you stay by my side, I'll hesitate. But this world can't afford a soldier who wavers. Do you remember when we were kids? Everyone would get so excited drawing cards like ruler or warrior, but throw fits over devil or drunkard and demand a redo. Kids always get to change their minds. Things are so happy and simple for them. But when it comes to the fate of adults, there's no room for redos. And go, Kaslana, as you promised. Deceive the world. Seize the core flames and rewrite your fate. Burn yourself up with all your might. Wield your futility like a sword. And fight against the gods. In the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this. So, time retreated behind me until it reached the origin, where nothing ever existed. Just as Professor Anaxa once said, in that void, Kefali stood at the center of chaos. Time, space, and causality all flowed from their body. When the waves of time finally calmed, it was the year 3870 of the light calendar. The Chrysos War had lasted for nearly a century, and the threat of the Black Tide was growing stronger and more relentless. That was the era of the Day Thunder Knight's battle with the sky. While she could not seize the core flame, she proved that the prophecy was true. That mortals could slay gods. From that moment, the sole survivor of the old dynasty, Imperator Ceritrum, issued a call to arms across the lands, summoning heroic Chrysos heirs to wage war on the Titans. And that was the first doomed flame chase journey, sealed away in history.
So what you're saying is, you've traveled back down the River of Time, finally reaching this untouched seabed just to tell us the flame chase journey and even all of Amphorius are nothing but illusions in an eon's dreams?
Exactly. So, Dux Gladiorum, please take me to meet Her Majesty Saridra. I must share the truth with her.
Since Her Majesty's not here, no need for formalities. The word Gladiorum always reminds me of my fallen homeland buried deep in the depths. Call me Hycelans, nameless swordmaster.
Please allow me to add one more thing. You actually already know my name.
You mean Finan? Such a name could never be your true one. But I won't question you further about it. Ever since Her Majesty issued the Flame Chase Decree, heroes from all over have sent their letters of introduction. What's the harm in adding one more name like Finan or Hynan? Besides, the deep sea is dark. Isn't it the perfect place to hide secrets best left unseen? All right, nameless swordmaster. Hold on to my wake. Let's find somewhere else to talk.
Aren't you even a little suspicious of what I've said?
Harboring suspicions is not my concern. My sword dances only when the Imperator harbors doubts. There's no use in speaking further. Show me your true intentions through action.
Bueno, está en equipo. Bueno, sí. Bueno, sí. En fin.
Perhaps you should demonstrate your skills and calm the raging black tide for us.
Ah, me los cargo, qué bien.
Oh. Nice moves.
Light up the dawn.
We just washed it away and here it comes again. The black tide is really no joke.
Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn.
The waters end here. The one you seek is beyond this point.
At last, I can meet with Her Majesty Saridra herself. Are there any formalities I need to observe?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals, especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her crown.
She really is down to earth.
The second thing to note, only trusted ones may come near her. Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise.
Sounds like an old friend of mine.
Well, experience is a good thing. Stay sharp, and you'll be just fine.
Pues nada, para arriba, ¿qué hora es? Bueno, esperemos que no dure más de 20 minutos. O sea, es una conversación, no puede durar más de 20 minutos, ¿verdad?
Pues sí, creo que sí. Es Honkai como concepto.
Dux Goldweaver, little hostage. Apologies for keeping you waiting.
¿Por qué la llamo pequeña rehén?
It's you.
You know them? Good. That makes things easier.
Before that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Saridra?
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless Swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to meet her. The Imperator decreed, the Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of suspicious individuals. Come now, both of you. Let's finish our job.
I see. It's a trap. I had no intention of fighting. So remember this, Lady Hysealant. If my sword shows any hesitation, don't thank me. Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceres hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you and decide your fate.
As you wish.
White-haired Swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world. So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
Decir la profecía.
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Treeby?
How is this possible?
Porque dice la verdad.
Got it right?
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here. At least, not in this era.
You must listen to me, Aglaya, Treeby. The Finan of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you. But do not seek him out, because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth, and you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Era Nova. Because I know both of you, and I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Saridra. And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement. The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the Flame Chase, the core flames, would be sealed by my hand. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth, I had to prove that my power could transcend fate. In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth. But this time, Amphorius encountered a turning point in its fate. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring with joy, cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time. Yes, in that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become clear. I proved myself. And in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans. One by one. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed. But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome?
Primera recurrencia eterna. Final.
Ay, no, por Dios, termina de hablar pronto.
The people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphorius. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies, why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes? Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent. I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive.
Curioso. Se mató a sí mismo.
He raised his sword and attacked. Then Kaslana killed himself.
Vaya.
That day, who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future, I can't remember anymore. I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone ball. Climb, fall, climb, fall, climb again, and fall. The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow. Sometimes resting on a gentler slope, leaning against the stone for a break. But its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point, beginning. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the 4th quint of curtain fall hour, and my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
Recurrencia eterna número 1. El sujeto Kaslana logró persuadir a los 12 herederos de Cristo para recuperar las 12 yescas sin recurrir a la violencia. Tras verificarlo, se ha determinado que el acceso no autorizado no ha afectado significativamente al desarrollo del experimento. Los 12 herederos de Cristo siguieron estrictamente la secuencia experimental diseñada. Sus ciclos vitales concluyeron sucesivamente con normalidad y entraron en la zona de buffer. Se inició la regresión de cálculo del sujeto Kaslana y se detectaron fluctuaciones anómalas en su función cognitiva. Las del administrador. Primer fracaso trágico. Recurrencia eterna 2, recurrencia eterna 3. Afectó una estrategia similar a la de la frecuencia alterna 1, sin que haya efectos significantes de desarrollo del experimento. Los ciclos vitales de estos cerebros de crisis concluyen sucesivamente con la humanidad, bla 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 bla.
Bla, 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 experimentos.
Evitar el sacrificio ha aumentado el peso decisorio de evitar el sacrificio de compañeros anteriores. No antes. Intentó descompilar por primera vez la marea oscura, con el fin de obtener acceso privilegiado y realizar operaciones por encima de sus prerrogativas como representante designado de los 12 herederos de Crisos. Pero volvieron a morir todos. Evitar el sacrificio de compañeros anteriores. Volvieron a morir todos. Esto sin duda maximiza la orientación hacia la destrucción de Ferrotumba, dentro de las expectativas de intervención no requerida. Continuar la salvación. Y volvieron a morir todos.
Por Dios, que acabe pronto.
O al menos que nos den una pausita. Reconocen el número de 334. ¿Vamos a estar así hasta las 33 millones no sé cuántos?
Quiero creer que no.
I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for.
No. It's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its roots.
Dios mío, dale 50 ahí.
Eons? Paths? What a load of nonsense.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this. The black tide came from beyond the sky. And everything else is no exception.
Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change, the Anaxa I know always remains as harsh as ever.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles, crush them in their cradles.
Pero Anaxa.
Too bad. Now only you have the ability to do that.
What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help?
Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, the noble titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles, you were my pupil.
I've already heard the same thing countless times.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. If we run into any other scholars, leave them to me.
Descansito.
We've
Yay,
already
podemos
preparations
dejarlo.
for total annihilation.
Por favor.
Pausar y guardar, pausar y guardar. Pausar y guardar.
Rich with the sweet
Por
scent of
favor.
flowers.
O sea, basta.
Can we stay here for a while
Destruye la máscara del llamas. Ya lo hemos hecho. Perfecto.
Es que si no, esto es demasiado largo, o sea. Y aparte son 53, esto se va a cerrar en nada.
Lo hemos dejado perfecto.
Sí, sí, sí. Y menos mal, ¿eh? Si no me daba algo.
Así que vamos a despedirnos.
Pues sí. Pues nada. Muchas gracias por vernos una vez más. Y esperemos, si todo sale bien, mañana tendremos directo de Honkai. Quiero creer, no lo sé. Esperemos. Cruzamos dedos. Si no, pues me veréis en algún momento.
¿Terminaremos por fin?
También. No lo sé. ¿Sabes el problema de esto? Que esto es un bucle infinito. O sea, cuando crees que va a acabar, no acaba, sigue.
Empieza.
O sea, lo mismo, hay como 4 fases o cosas así. Dices, ya va a acabar. No, querida.
No.
Vale. Pero bueno, pues nada. Nos vemos la próxima. Chao, chao.
Adiós.